Most kitchen upgrades will cost you money, but 5 of them, well, they'll even pay you back. I'm gonna show you which ones are worth it and which ones are just burning cash. Let's get into it. I'm Blake, and if you're new here, welcome to Built by Becker, where we talk about real design for real homes. I've been a contractor for over 15 years, and I've installed everything from budget-friendly updates to full luxury renovations. And I can tell you right now, there's zero correlation between how much you spend and how much value you add. Zero. So in this video, I'm gonna break down 5 kitchen upgrades that actually give you your money back and 3 that don't. Whether you're planning to sell soon or you just wanna make smart investments in your home, this is gonna save you a lot of money and a lot of regret. Hey, before we start, if you want some more resources like this, renovation guides, ROI calculators, and all that good stuff, head over to the link in the description. We got tons of tools in there to help you make smarter renovation decisions. All right, now let's talk about what adds value. Number 1, cabinet refacing or painting. Let's start with the single best return on investment in your kitchen dollar. And that's updating your existing cabinets instead of replacing them. I'm talking about cabinet refacing or painting. When buyers walk into your kitchen, they see cabinet doors and drawer fronts, but they don't see what's behind them. So if your cabinet boxes are in good shape, you don't need to rip everything out and start over. You just need to make what's visible look good. Cabinet refacing means you keep your existing boxes and just replace the drawer fronts and the hardware. Cabinet painting means you'll keep everything and just change the color. Both of these options cost a fraction of what new cabinets cost, and buyers can't tell the difference. A typical cabinet painting project runs around $4,000 to $6,000. The kitchen looks completely different. New cabinets for the same size kitchen could cost anywhere between $20,000 and $40,000. And the end result is will look almost identical to buyers. But this only works if your cabinets are structurally sound. If the boxes are falling apart and the hinges are broken, if there's water damage, you're just gonna need new cabinets. But if they're just outdated in color and style, update them, don't replace them. Number 2, quartz countertops. Not granite, not marble, not quartzite. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Quartz is the sweet spot between durability, appearance, and price. It's engineered stone, which means it's consistent in pattern and color. It doesn't need to be sealed like granite or marble. It's non-porous, so it doesn't stain as easily. And it comes in a huge range of colors and patterns that appeal to most buyers. The thing about countertops is that they're one of the first things people notice in a kitchen. Dated countertops, especially laminate or old tile, immediately make your whole kitchen feel old. But new countertops, even if everything is the same, make the space feel updated. The average cost of quartz is about $70 to $120 per square foot installed. Depending on your area and the quality you choose, that's less than high-end granite, way less than marble, and it performs better than both in daily use. Just don't pick some crazy pattern or bold color if you're thinking about resale. It's better to stick with neutrals. White or light gray quartz with minimal veining is your safest bet. It goes well with everything, it doesn't date itself, and it appeals to the widest range of buyers. Number 3, updated lighting. This one surprises people, but lighting is huge for ROI. And I'm not talking about the new fixture over your island. I'm talking about layered lighting that actually makes your kitchen functional and beautiful. That's because most kitchens have terrible lighting. They only have that one overhead fixture, maybe some under cabinet lightings that work in some spots and don't in other. That's if you're lucky. Dark counters, shadows everywhere, can't see what you're doing. It's awful. And it makes your kitchen feel smaller and more outdated than it actually is. Good kitchen lighting has recessed lights for overall illumination, pendant lights over an island or a peninsula for task lighting and visual interest, and then under cabinet LED strips so you can actually see your cabinets, and maybe a statement fixture if you got the ceiling height for it. The great thing about lighting is that it's relatively affordable to update, especially if you're not moving walls or adding new circuits. LED technology has made it cheaper to run and easier to install. And the impact is immediate. A well-lit kitchen photographs and shows better, and of course, buyers will notice. Modern backsplashes. Backsplashes are interesting because they're mostly decorative, but they have a huge visual impact for a relatively small investment. A dated backsplash or no backsplash at all immediately timestamps your kitchen. A modern, clean backsplash makes everything feel current. What is working right now is a simple subway tile that is classic and won't date. Larger format tiles in neutral colors and clean and modern ones can work too. Even a simple white or light tile with minimal grout lines look great and appeals to most buyers. But what doesn't work? Anything too busy, too colorful, or too trendy. That glass tile mosaic in 7 17 different colors, that's gonna limit your buyer pool. The hand-painted artisan tiles, beautiful, but very specific taste. Keep it neutral, clean, and you'll get your money back. Quality hardware and fixtures. The last one on the good investment list is the cheapest upgrade and the best return. I'm talking about drawer pulls, cabinet knobs, faucets, and sink fixtures. This is shocking to people, but hardware makes a massive difference in how expensive your kitchen looks. You can have builder grade cabinets, but if you put nice hardware on them, they immediately look more custom. On the flip side, you can have expensive custom cabinets with cheap hardware. They look budget. Good cabinet hardware is gonna run anywhere from $10 to $35 per pull or knob. For an average kitchen, you're looking at $500 to $1,000. That's nothing in the scope of a kitchen budget. And the visual upgrade is significant. Same with your faucet. A good quality faucet with modern finishes costs anywhere from $400 to $700. Installation is straightforward, and it's something people use every day. A leaky, dated faucet makes your whole kitchen feel neglected. A nice, solid faucet makes everything more premium. If I were you, I'd go for brushed nickel, matte black, brushed brass. These finishes are super popular right now, current and not trendy. So they'll age well. Avoid anything too shiny or too specific right now, and buy quality. You don't need the absolute top of the line, but don't buy the cheapest thing at the hardware store. It'll break, it'll tarnish, and you'll be replacing it again in less than 2 years. Let's talk about the 3 kitchen upgrades that don't give you your money back. These are the ones where you're spending for yourself, not for resale value. And that's fine if you like staying in your house forever. But if you're thinking about selling in the next 5 to 10 years, think twice about these. Number 1, high-end appliances. First up, this is the one that really hurts people's feelings, but high-end appliances are a terrible investment for resale. I'm talking about professional grade ranges, the built-in espresso machines, the wine fridges, the smart refrigerator with touchscreen, all that stuff. It's expensive and buyers don't pay you back for it. Why? Because these are personal. What you think is essential, another person thinks is unnecessary. You spent $6,000 on a dual fuel range because you love to cook. The next buyer microwaves everything and would be fine with an $800 stove. And that's not the only problem. Listen, technology moves, features change, and that state-of-the-art smart fridge you bought 3 years ago, well, it's already outdated. Buyers see it as old technology they're going to have to replace anyways. I always say that you should buy appliances that work well and look good, but don't go crazy. Don't spend $10,000 on a refrigerator thinking that you're going to get your money back on it, because you're not. Moving walls and changing the layout. Second upgrade that doesn't pay off are major layout changes, moving walls, relocating plumbing, completely reconfiguring where everything goes in your kitchen. This one is tricky because sometimes layout changes are absolutely necessary. If you've got a terrible layout that doesn't function, fixing it makes sense for your quality of life. But if you're doing it for resale, it's usually not worth it because moving a wall costs anywhere from $4,000 to $10,000 depending on whether it's load bearing. Moving plumbing can cost more because you're rerouting pipes, which means opening up walls and floors. All that work doesn't necessarily translate to value for buyers. Most buyers care that the kitchen functions. They care that it looks good. They don't care whether you moved a wall 6 inches to make the walkway wider. They won't even probably notice that. So you've spent $10,000 on something that's completely invisible to them. If your layout is truly dysfunctional, well then fix it by all means. But don't do it just because you think it's gonna help you sell. Custom features like built-ins, last one, and this is the worst ROI of all. Custom features and built-ins. Yeah, these are those custom pantries, pull-out shelves, and specialized storage, built-in coffee stations, pot filler faucets, warming drawers, and all that specialty stuff. These features are expensive, and the problem really is that these are solutions to specific problems that not everybody has. And a lot of these custom features are so specific to your taste and your workflow that they actually limit the buyer pool. Because someone walks in and thinks, well, I'd have to rip all that out to make this kitchen work for me. If you love those features and you're gonna be staying in the home, by all means, I'm a cook. I'd say absolutely do it. Make your kitchen work exactly for you. But don't pretend like it's adding value for resale. You're spending money on lifestyle, not investment. So that's it. 5 kitchen upgrades that actually give you a return on your investment and 3 that don't. If you're planning to sell in the next couple years, stick with upgrades that have good ROI. Cabinet upgrades, countertops, lighting, backsplash, and hardware. These are safe bets that'll make your kitchen look great and get most of your money back. If you're staying in your house for the long haul, I always say, do whatever you want. And hey, if this video was helpful, hit the subscribe button. I make videos like this every week about real design, real renovations, real homes, for real people. And check out the link in the description for the resources, guides, and calculators to help you plan your next project. Until the next time, spend smart. Don't just spend. I'm Blake from Built by Becker.